Hello.
Hey everyone, welcome to, what month is it? September, oh my goodness.
What month is it?
September 2024 Guitar Fam Jam live stream. We're just doing this by the skin of our teeth today. You have no idea what's going on. No, we're just really busy. We're leaving to go out of town tomorrow to visit my parents in Texas. And it's a big trip with Lillian flying in an airplane. It's going to be an exciting time.
Yes.
And we're glad that everyone that can make it, that's here, can make it, because I know this isn't our normal Thursday. And so thank you for adjusting your schedule just so you can spend some time with us and catch up on what's going on.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And I'm excited for the little song we're about to play just because it's such a famous song. Yeah, we're doing a specific version though, because yeah.
Go ahead, tell the story. It's funny.
What story? I don't know. Just they cover. Okay, Guns N' Roses. We'll give you a hint. Guns N' Roses covers this song too. Yeah. But I just he has such a specific vocal styling that I would feel a little silly trying to replicate that.
Lillian doesn't mind replicating it though. She goes around.
Yeah, it's funny. But it's really funny.
This will give you an idea. Yeah, this song is coming out on the site this coming Tuesday, so be looking forward. It's a fantastic beginner song. I can't believe I haven't put it up before now, but it regardless is going to be up with jam tracks and the video and tab chord charts, all those things for everyone. Let's see who's in the chat and welcome everybody into the living room.
Yeah.
Hey,
is that
Jim.
the top? Okay, who is at the? Is there anybody that says hello?
I'm sure.
That said hello before Jim?
Nope.
All right, Jim, you're the first.
Jim,
all right.
Daphne, hey.
Daryl, Paul, Andy, Jeff, Tobias,
Hey.
Erwin, Ellie. Paul, did I say Paul? All right.
Paul, yeah. Nice. A stupid guitar. I'm not here. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, you obviously figured out the song by now. It's Knocking on Heaven's Door. The Bob Dylan version, not the Guns N' Roses version. If y'all want that one too, I can do it. But that's not what we're doing today.
There's a question here. It says, is there a full version of Chelsea singing Everybody Wants to Rule the World? I saw it in an intro video. It was really... Oh, thank you.
No, but we should. I mean, that's a fun song. If that's something that the community wants, then... Why not? Like we could do.
That's a good song. I like it.
Yeah, so do I. We were listening to it just a couple weeks ago on repeat, just for fun. But I could do like a video that is an easy version of it, as well as like a higher up the neck version of it. That's probably the real guitar part in the song. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I like that idea. Thank you.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out what's Andy McKee's version of? I think it's Andy McKee. It's awesome. You should go listen to it. It's just solo acoustic guitar. Cool.
Right on.
But I guess we'll go and get into this. If you have any questions at all, guys, about anything, or if just updates for us on what's been going on in your guitar life, can Nate scream like Axel? I'll try. I might try later.
Knock, knock, knocking on the door. I didn't want to get on this live stream and go door.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
well, yesterday we were going over this, and she was having a hard time remembering how the Dylan version went because we've been listening to the Guns N' Roses version so much because that's what little one wants to listen to. You know?
Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of funny. So then I was like, oh wait, how does it go when I don't go Del?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is supposed to be with a track, like a backing track. This will be the backing track for you guys to download when it's done. So, let me just make sure. Okay, I think this will not be messed up. I think this is how it should be. Let's see. Okay, here you go.
Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. The long black cloud is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, hopefully that sounded all right out there for you guys.
Yeah. What I was thinking while we were doing that song just now is I find it interesting that there are so many major chords. There's only one minor chord.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It is a recurring minor chord, but there's only one, and the song is about death. So it's just a really interesting juxtaposition of major chords with a song that has such a heavy theme. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting. But, Bob Dylan knows what he's doing because it's a great song. So,
yeah, Jim said this would be a nice one for a collaboration video. And I was like, yeah, Jim, I agree that's one of the reasons why I was like, oh, I have to do this. As soon as it dawned on me that it wasn't in the members area yet, I was like, oh, I have to do that for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
And great for singing and playing too, you're right. Ellie. Cool. Well, we have some housekeeping stuff to do. We sent out an email, was it 2 days ago, I think? Was it No, it was yesterday. Asking you guys, it was several days ago. I'm losing track.
Friday or Saturday.
Friday or Saturday.
Friday.
Asking you guys if you wanted an extension for this last collaboration that we have going. And by one vote, you voted to extend the collaboration deadline. So we're going to give you 2 more weeks. I sent an email out about that. But you have 2 weeks from yesterday if you want to participate in the third collaboration of the year, which is Losing My Religion by REM. You got 2 more weeks to get it down. Just set up your phone with headphones or earbuds in and play along to the jam track on the site and send the video to us. You can either put it up on YouTube and send us the link, or you can just email it to us in Google Drive or whatever other service you have for sending files.
Yeah.
I have 4 submissions now, and with mine that's 5. I'm looking to get around 8 or 10 at least to do this, and I think there are going to be enough people that are interested in it to have at least that many people. That way to make it interesting and fun for everyone involved. If it was just me and 2 other people, you'd be like, oh, I would just let you watch their videos and student video reviews here, like the full thing
in their entirety.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's not really worth me editing it together. Cool, but 2 weeks. I don't remember
what is that? October 7th?
I don't remember something like. Oh,
let me
no.
check.
No.
You got the.
That happens all the time. Let's see if it does this one, guys. Come on, there you go. That happens to me. That's a function of just Apple. Like when you have a video going, and Lillian does it all the time. She loves it.
Yeah, let us know if that happens in your phone too, in your phone and your devices. Just a big party over here.
But that's the main reason why we don't have a ton of student video reviews today, because of the fact that some of the people who are going to do student video reviews, I'm sure, spent their time doing the collaboration song instead. So we only have 3 videos to show you today instead of our normal 10 or whatever it is. But we're just going to take this opportunity to talk about a couple of just general topics for guitar, because a couple of the videos that came up presented a good opportunity to talk about some topics that I think are really important. So with that in mind, do you have any more housekeeping before we get into the rest of these? Almost called you Lillian.
So because of the collaboration being moved, we didn't want to overwhelm people. We did mention that we want to do an open mic, kind of cafe style, on Zoom that is just for members. So, anyway, so we are going to do that mid-January because then it gives you these couple weeks to do the collaboration. Then we're doing a Christmas collaboration. So to add on an open mic on top of that, we feel like that might be a bit overwhelming. So collaboration, our last kind of non-Christmas collaboration. Then we've got a Christmas collaboration coming. And then January, mid-January, we'll do the open mic. So you've got some time to pick out a song, whatever song you want to play at this open mic. I'm very excited for it.
Right. And I'm seeing some comments in the chat here. The song doesn't have to be perfect. I'll do my best to cut around everybody's flubs or little, worst parts. Don't think that it has to be perfect. It's just about having fun and coming together and doing, really what it's about is, can you get 2% better at the things that are presented in this song? And that'll get you 2% better overall. Yep. And just have fun and have a goal to push yourself towards musically.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing about editing and the fact that there are multiple people involved is that if you if you only have one section that you can play, just send that one section and we'll feature you in that one section. Yep. If you're like, the only thing I can play right now is the first verse. Great. Send us that first verse and we'll put you there. Or let's say you do it all great, except maybe there's one chorus where you mess up. Then we'll just have someone else featured in that time anyway. So exactly. So it's a very low pressure situation. Somebody was asking about the F chord. Do you have any tips for that?
If you can't play a bar chord F, don't even worry about it. Just play, you have a normal C chord, open C. Just take these two fingers and move them over as strings. So just play those 3 strings right in a row, the D, G, and B. And just strum those. Don't even worry about the high E string. Don't even worry about a bar chord. Just play this. If you can play a C, you can play this. Doesn't have to be the whole full bar chord. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Andy says January is cool. All right. Excellent.
January is cool. And I know a lot of you guys were looking forward to the open mic and prepping for it. Just look at this as getting an extra month and a half to work on whatever you're going to perform.
Yeah, because we were originally going to do it end of November, right. But then we thought with this collaboration and then Christmas collaborate, it would just be too much. So. And
on that note, should we tell them what we're going to do for Christmas? We had a kind of an executive meeting today while we were on the walk to the park.
Sure, why not?
That we can get a head start on it. The song we're going to be doing this year, a tribute to David and
David Leader,
and appreciation for everything he does for the community, is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Boom! There you go. Don't even need to vote because it's been second place for like 2 or 3 years in a row. So I'm like, we just need to do it, and that's it. That's the way it's going to be. Yeah. And it's not. It's I don't remember what key it's in, but that's kind of the vibe and the feel for it. It feels kind of like old, just old country, almost.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to, you keep it as simple as you want, or keep it as, make the strumming as complicated as you want. We'll get into that more later. We are going to be out of town for the next month at my parents' place, so I won't be able to get the jam track to you probably for another month or so. But don't let that stop you from looking at it and learning it. It's Burl Ives. Is it Burl Ives? Pretty sure.
I gotta check.
I gotta check, but
I'll look it up.
Yeah, sure, go ahead and look it up. But that's the one we are doing for this year's Christmas collaboration. That'll be the final collaboration for 2024. And then when January hits, we'll start on a whole new batch of ideas and things to keep you guys motivated with lots of musical goals, and the first one of those will be the open mic night. Cool. Let's see. Maybe not. No, I don't think it was Burl Ives. That was something else. Yeah. The mistletoe. That one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somebody waits for your word. Well, it's September.
The movie keeps coming up.
Let's see. But as soon as we get this little piece of information to you, we'll start with the student video reviews and talk about the couple topics that they're posing. What was it? Who is it? Oh, you just.
Oh, our first person.
Oh no.
What? No, I didn't find it. I'll look for it while we're watching the next. Okay,
cool.
While we're watching the student review, I'll look for it.
This first one is a This is an Erwin video, but it's not a Rock and Roll Dreamer video. This is a very good example. And he talks in the end. I'll let him speak for himself, and then we will talk about it. This is a very important video, though, not only for Erwin, but I think for all of us. Okay, here you go.
Guitar Fam fingerstyle etude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that again. One minute, 40 seconds of beginner's pain. That was certainly not a rock and roll dream. But I've been working on this, for about a week or 10 days. It was inspired by Nate telling me after the last live stream how it's time to add some embellishments and things, and I think he's right. It felt like the right time to do it. And as painful and as unfortunate as this performance was, I want to put it on record because I'm going to improve on this and see where this takes me. Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome. I love that you've given us a peek into your process, and I feel like people always, and myself included, I feel like, we need to give the finished product, and I think showing your process encourages others that we don't have to have it all together, that we can be in process and learning. And I love that you're pushing yourself beyond, like, outside of your comfort zone and trying new things to improve your playing. So well done, Erwin.
It brings up a really important kind of aspect of learning and playing guitar, or learning to play guitar. And I remember Erwin in his forum post, he said, man, I feel like I'm back to beginner practice again. And that's really, it doesn't feel great to be there, but that is a good place to be when you sit down to practice, because if that's the way you feel when you practice something, that means you're learning something new and you're making actual world progress. You're not just rehashing things or going over the same old things over and over again. And I don't always practice stuff like that or keep that mindset, but I go through times when I feel like I have to go through that of feeling like I'm just terrible and I'm a beginner again, right? And if you never do that, odds are you probably aren't growing that much, and that's fine. Like, you may be content where you are, and that's cool. But if you're not content where you are, you always want to keep getting better. You should at least have some kind of feeling like that all the time. And it's not easy. It's tough to put up something when you know it doesn't sound the way you want it to. And but I do private lessons with Erwin, and I know what that sounded like before he put in the 10 days on it. And it's already sounding better, and it's just a matter of time. So very good job. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And like, I would encourage everyone to find that one thing that you feel like you're a beginner at when you practice, and really nail that down for a few weeks and see what kind of progress you can make on it. And I'm going through the same thing with some chords right now, some voicings for a song that I'm working on too that's just not good yet. It's not good. But it's getting there. Cool.
All right, cool. So next, who do we have next?
Eric.
Okay.
Cool. Eric is gonna do everything I own. This is a nice.
I don't know if you heard that.
Right back.
I don't know if you heard that. There was a little voice that said, "Mommy, I used the potty."
There you go. Okay, he sent this to me day before yesterday, and I pulled it up and watched it, and it was just a great reminder to exploit the dynamic range of the guitar. Because he wasn't playing that hard throughout most of that, but when he moved to the strumming part, it got louder and it opened up, and it was really beautiful. And then he went back to the hybrid picking thing, and he brought it way down. I was like, that's something I do not do enough. I usually probably play a little bit too hard, and then I kind of pay the price for it. Mm-hmm. But that was a really great job, Eric. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was very inspiring. Yeah. In the chat, hello, Donald Price. You say it's your first time here. Welcome. It's nice to have you.
Awesome. Welcome. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I missed most of it. But what you said about dynamics, I love when people use that in their playing and singing because it really helps to add to telling a story. For taking the listener on a journey. So.
Yeah, and it really brought out the tone of that guitar really nicely. Because I had just read the forum post where Matthew said he got to meet Bob Taylor.
Yeah.
And then I watched this, and I was just thinking about guitar tone because I watched that whole thing. And I was like, man, that good tone on that guitar is really nice, Eric. And like you're playing the way you're playing dynamically really brought it out. So that was cool. Okay. Am I missing anything?
I don't know. I think so. Sorry, I don't think so.
We have one video left. It's not really student video review per se. It's Tammy posted a post in her student progress update journal thread that was really encouraging. And I didn't know, but she had a hand injury, a left hand injury from golf back in like March or May, something like that. And I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either.
And she's fairly active. She plays a lot of different functions and things. And she was kind of worried about it. And if you go in the forum and read it, the whole story, I don't want to, misrepresent her because I can't remember the whole story. But she was really concerned about it. And she had a ladies' conference or convention thing coming up. And she was worried if she wasn't going to be able to play guitar for it or not. But she kind of took care of herself. And she pulled it off. She did it. She got through the whole thing. So that was just sparked in my mind. If you have an injury, and that reminds me that I need to be sitting up straight because I'm kind of in the middle of an injury right now with my shoulder and my neck-ish back. But if you have an injury, don't give up. And if you need some encouragement, go to the Guitar Fam forum. Let us know what's going on with you, and we can help prop you up. And if you need to take it easy for a while, you can still come there and check in on what everyone else is doing and let us know what you're doing, even if you're not making a ton of progress in playing right now, or if you ever get injured or anything like that happens, right? It's going to happen to us all at some point, somehow, some way. And we are there for you. But let me just show you. This is really cool. So after months of uncertainty and not knowing how things were going to turn out with her left hand, this is what happened. It's just short. Here you go. Okay, I know that wasn't real long, but that's not the point. The point is she's back in the saddle and riding again. Mm-hmm. Which she was, a little tentative and worried about her left hand. So,
yeah.
If you have to, take it easy. Let us know what's going on, and we'll be there for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so I want to extend another welcome. We had Donald here. We also have Tennessee Artist.
Yeah.
So welcome to the fam, Tennessee Artist. Great to have you here. To have you. Yeah, so this part is for a Q&A, and it's a shorter live stream today, but if you have anything guitar related or just guitar fam related that you would like to ask us, then this is your chance. Gear, technique, whatever, songs, then we'll give you a second to see if you have any questions, and if not, then we'll wrap it up.
On another note, while we're waiting for questions, I was cleaning our car out the other day, and just a splinter like this big. That doesn't look big, but it was like a 1/4 inch long. Just went in my finger, and I'm not sure if it's probably not all out yet. So every time I make a bar chord, I'm just like, it is uncomfortable, to say the least.
Hence the Band-Aid on your...
Yeah. And I put a video up. What was it? Perfect practice versus slow practice. I had a Band-Aid on. I was like, well, whatever. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Got to do what you got to do. All right. Ellie says, I'm learning Stairway to Heaven. How do I get my fingers to move faster in the guitar solo? Good question.
Let me think. Are you playing that on your acoustic? Because that's significant on an acoustic guitar. The best tips I have for playing it slow are if you go watch the video I did on playing no mistakes versus playing slow, that's the first step. Getting it down to where you're not making any mistakes, and then ramping it up with the metronome. Once you have it down, when you're not making any mistakes, start slowly with the metronome and just incrementally increase it. But also, you can do some things let me grab my pick real quick. One thing, just something that helps you. If you have to pick fast notes with your right hand, that's one thing. But if you have to do fast notes legato with your left hand, the two biggest things, and they're kind of related, that have helped me, individual practice, like exercises, have been just taking, for picking, just going slow, then fast, ramping it up, and then back down. Well, sync your hands up, and then do it with 1 and 3. Oh, you're finger picking. Okay, so then 1 and 4, and then 2 and 3. Go through every permutation of your fingers. Then 2 and 4. Then 3 and 4. Slowly kind of revving it up and back down. And then the other thing, like the other side of the coin for that, is pull-offs and hammer-ons. Do the same thing, but do hammer-ons and pull-offs. So just first and second fingers, just do hammer-ons and pull-offs. Normally pick the first note. Alright, this will help my fingers get a little bit stronger, a little more coordinated. Same thing, 1 and 3. And you can do this just as a warm-up every day for like 5 minutes before you get into it. And that'll warm your hands up and help. Just, it really is like doing cardio with some weights on, And then next permutation, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4. I find that I do that on a regular basis. Then even in bluesy stuff, aren't like my hand stays in shape enough to do those types of things. So those are the 2 exercises that have helped me the most. And then practicing so where you don't make any mistakes at first at all, slow enough to do that. And then once you're like, okay, I know where my fingers are going and what's going on, then starting with the metronome and slowly ramping it up, and even going past the speed that you need it to be at, so you have headroom, so you're not just like maxed out when you're playing it. You want to be able to play it maybe a little bit faster than the actual song calls for, so you're not so pressed when you actually go to perform it for wherever you're going to be performing it.
Yeah, I learned that technique or that trick from you to practice things faster than I need to, which is handy if you are going to be playing. This is for anybody who plays in front of a crowd. If you don't have a metronome in your ear, or if you don't have a really good drummer who's able to kind of keep, if you have a drummer that goes a bit faster, then you're hooped. Yeah, and so for me, in a live context, especially the thought of a drummer, speeding things up, and I'm like, oh no! So I've started doing that too, practicing things faster.
Because unless you're playing it with a click or metronome, it will happen.
Yeah, probably about, I go up to about 10 BPMs, like beats per minute, faster than I need in my practice time. Yeah.
Stupid Guitar asks, are you doing lessons on the road? Yes, I am. We are traveling tomorrow and Thursday, and then I'll just be normal kind of work schedule while I'm in Texas visiting my parents.
Yeah. Well, guitar lessons will continue. Yes. Because I'm Canadian and I've got a visitor visa. I will not be working.
She can't work.
Yeah, I can't
So
work.
she has to relax.
Yeah, so I have to relax. But for anybody who's taking vocal lessons, I'll be kicking those back into gear on October 26th.
Yeah.
I believe October 26th is when the schedule opens up again for vocal lessons. So you can still book a vocal lesson, but you'll see that the schedule is blocked out. So from October 26th, then you'll see that there's openings there. So
cool. Andy asked, what finger picking pattern was I using on Knocking on Heaven's Door at the beginning? I was kind of going back and forth between 2. On the verses, I was doing something like this, which is just thumb, index, and then my thumb went up to the 5th, the D string, and then high E string, and then index finger on the B. Same idea on the D. Same thing on the A. And then C, same thing. Some variation of that. And then for the choruses, I was doing more of a roll. Something like that, just rolling up, rolling down, then thumb, index to finish it off. Maybe put a little alternating in there on the thumb. That's a little It's enough of a contrast where it sounds, you can tell the difference between the verses and the choruses, and they sound, a little bit more dynamic. Let's see. Everyone says that, I don't know if this is a question or not, I'm just going to read it. The A says for pinky or ring finger on the third fret of the B. My normal is a middle ring pinky. Oh, I see. So sliding the pinky down. That's one. Like I tend to use my pinky with that Irwin just because the sliding it sounds different. It's not as sharp, but it's a little more unreliable. You can do it though. So it's the difference between that or the. You can do either one. Just to go with the one that gives you the best results. The best results I have come with is having it to hear. I find it's I'm not thinking about it so much. I feel like I'm burning less calories when I do it. So that makes, just for what it's worth.
Okay, looks like we've got a question from Jim here.
Sure.
While doing some recording, I always get a guitar face. I do a guitar face. I think everybody does guitar face. I used to just think it was funny, but it seems that it shows I've got. I think you meant to write a lot of tension in me. Do you have any thoughts on reducing tension? Yeah. Do you mean tension? I guess it depends on. If you're talking about guitar or vocally, maybe guitar.
Well, I can answer both.
Yeah.
First off, I'll never forget. I was my first recital in music school. I worked really hard on a classical piece, and my professor came up to me afterwards and said, "That was great. Don't forget to breathe next time." So I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're holding your breath." I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I find if I come, just am aware of holding my breath, breathing normally and deeper than I would, because if you tense up, you tend to breathe shallow and hold your breath. At least I do, and a lot of people do. And that's one thing that can help. And as far as faces, one thing that I've also found is the better I know a song, the less I have to think about it, the less I'm making faces for that reason. Now, I will say this: the more I embrace making faces and getting into the music, the better I play once I know a song. You can ask her when I'm recording something that is really important, like something for her album or something for a song that I'm doing for my own personal music. My faces are absolutely hideous, and I move a lot when I play, just so I can feel the time better when I do that. So I don't think that guitar faces are all bad, but you do have to come from a place of making sure that you're breathing and really get into the music. But I say that, but some of my favorite acoustic guitar players look like they're almost dead when they play, because either they're concentrating so much or they've done it so much and they're so good that they don't have to think about anything at all.
Yeah, I think it's okay to make the source. It's the source of the face that matters rather than the face itself. Is the source coming from tension, or is it coming from you just being really into the song? In terms of singing, just in case that's an issue, I always like to do some massage on my jaw and my neck, roll my shoulders back, and then for breathing from, some vocal teachers will call it breathing from your diaphragm, breathing from below, breathing. Anyway, so you just breathe with your tummy going out instead of your chest. So that allows you to get a deeper breath and a more substantial breath and just steadier. And it helps you to relax a bit more. And a lot of tongue tension can happen too when we're singing. So if you find that your tongue is kind of starting to get stuffed in the back of your throat or in the back of your mouth, then you can just consciously bring your tongue to a resting place where it's fat, flat, and forward. I know it sounds crazy, but that just helps to kind of relieve some of that tension, because sometimes we feel like putting our tongues back kind of helps us. But if I were to sing happy birthday, with the back, with my tongue stuck back there, it doesn't sound as nice as if I have my tongue a little bit more forward. Happy birthday. More resonance, less tension.
Cool.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Some comments over here. Let's see.
Oh, Jim, you're working on Stairway to Heaven too. That's cool.
Thanks, Eric. For Not Gonna Heaven Story. Thank you. It's a fun song to play. Andy says he would like to incorporate something like that into the strumming to mix it up. But yeah, I find myself like even on that, a couple times like. I found myself just putting a strum in here and there to lead into a chorus or to lead out of a chorus into a verse, and just strumming and like just doing that kind of natural. I don't consider myself somebody who strums without a pick, but over the years I'm becoming more and more of a person who at least can strum without a pick without it being super awkward or without it sounding bad. So it's nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, helps that you've got the nails too.
Yeah, the nails help a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, where in Texas? We're just outside of Austin.
Yep.
Yeah, close to Austin. Yeah, let's see. What else?
Gotta breathe. Yeah, I still do that, man. I still hold my breath sometimes, and that's... I think most of the reason that would creep in is because I don't want to do the take over again. You know what I mean? I want to just make it through the whole thing without having to start over again and, you know, spend more time on something, you know. Oh, somebody's into something. But let's see. I'll let a few more comments come in if they're going to come in and just recap everything. You have 2 more weeks to get the collaboration video in. For somebody's got into something. For Losing My Religion. And then I'll just put the video up. We'll show it in the next live stream, but I'll put it up as soon as I have it edited. And what else? The open mic is going to be mid-January, so you can be planning for that. And the Christmas collaboration, we're going to do Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and I looked it up, and somebody, I think Paul had it in the comments. Who was it? Dr. Elmo is the version we're doing. I think we're going to do it in the key of G, because G is the easiest, with this thing again. G is the easiest key to play that in general, that avoids the most bar chords. So that's what we're going to end up doing, and I'll get that to you as soon as I can. It's probably going to be a month before I have the jam track. Don't let that stop you from going and digging in and working on it. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me see. A rhyme on Sultan of Swing. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Daryl. Could you refresh my memory, maybe? Thanks, everyone. Fun time. Yeah, it was a fun time. Thanks so much. Sorry we were light on the student video reviews tonight, but most of the efforts that people put in, I think, went toward the collaboration video this time, and I'll get that to you in a couple of weeks. Other than that, thanks, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you later. I'm going to go see if Lillian is in one piece, and we'll see you on the site. Bye.